back. Look. Damn it, man. I'm back, y'all. It's 86 degrees out here. And, I'm glad, you could say, well, at least right here, I could see the mechanic. If they could drive by on the highway right there, I'll be able to see him. I gotta turn some AC on because it's hot. It's hot. It's 86 degrees outside, bro. And a little bottle of water. We're the lady that comes around to the job sites with the. She be selling. She sells sandwiches. She sells food. She sells all that stuff, man. That's who I'm looking for right now. Her. But she better have some ice because last time I bought a soda from her, she ain't have no ice at all in that daggone cooler. I'm saying to myself, you out here selling hot soda? Hot bottles of water? Ain't a store, ain't no stores nowhere around here. So you gotta bring what you bring with you every day. I got something. Give me a little bit of hydration. There's oranges. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to Commercial Trucking. They loaded down. I ain't got no more water. I had that little small bottle, so gotta keep something to hydrate yourself too, especially when you're out here, man. When you break down and ain't a store in sight, you gotta keep some stuff with you. I got me some oranges and stuff. I had a little thing of water. That ain't gonna do nothing for you. It's 85 degrees out here, man. I got the AC going, but I'm thirsty as all, you know what. Got some coffee, but I want something cold to drink. By the time the mechanic get here so he can help me out the situation that I'm in, I'll be done dehydrated. That's why the Boy Scout honor say, be prepared. All you guys that are scouts, be prepared. Gotta always be prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's the motto. A scout is always prepared. So, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Some of y'all, at least show me some love. Uh-oh. And, well, I forget the other guy's name that was up here. He kind of gave me some words of advice. And also some, little encouragement too, like in the situation I'm in. Like, hey, do this, do that. I get it. It's too hot for a lot of this. I got the AC. Thank God. This is a new truck. Thank God I have AC. If you're driving a commercial vehicle, you don't have air conditioning, I really feel sorry for you. So these guys are oh, there goes a light. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Look, these guys are doing the thing. I want to get. I'm kind of a little jealous. I gotta sit here and watch them go to work while I wait for. Look at that. We making it over there. That's a mountain right there, baby. Look, they getting it in. These boys ain't playing. Hit that like button, man. All that dirt they moving, man. Let me find out. Somebody like it. If you like, hey, appreciate the heart. Look at them boys go. Go. Look at that. Go, QT. Huh? Look at that boy rolling. Look at that boy rolling. And look at that. It don't stop. It don't stop, baby. Look at that. It don't stop, baby. Non-stop motion, baby. We got big motion right there. That's the hump. We got to get over that hump right there. Let me get a like for that, man. Look how much dirt we done moved, and we got still plenty more to go. I think we're going to be out here for a minute. I've been over here for a while, and I mean, I saw a lot of this dirt actually get broken down. Like, it's still a very good amount of it that's got to be moved. All of that's got to go. So, that's what we doing. I feel like, man, it's not my fault. And mistakes, things happen. I didn't plan to back into, because we driving over dirt and piles of dirt and all that stuff all day, man. I didn't know I was gonna ride over a rock or something, or a boulder or something that was gonna mess up my brake cam. So it is what it is, It's not a major. It's not nothing. I would say this is not the first time this truck has been down because of a mechanical issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a mechanical issue, so the mechanic's on the way to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff, everything, pretty much, this stuff is all under warranty. But for something like that, to take it to the dealer, for them to fix it, that's just not. The dealership is like way too many miles from here, like hours and hours. And then I gotta make sure this thing, we're trying to get this back fixed relatively quick, because I'm dispatched to come back out here again tomorrow. All right. I noticed that some other guys are working on the whole other side of where we are. Like, we're doing a lot right here, but they're on the whole other side of this development. This is a very large, I might not even be the proper word for this, right? It may not even do any justice for the size of this project. That it's a large project. So I noticed that these guys are way on the other side over there. Mucho trabajo. Mucho trabajo. Okay? Mucho. Grande. Mucho grande. That's how big this thing is. Okay? And of course, the dinero's good too. That's why I don't want to miss out on none of it. I'm trying to tell you, smash that like button. I'll do it if you don't. I will do it if you don't. I want to go and be somewhere where he doesn't, because this is a big project. I want to be able to see. I should go over close by where the exit is that he's going to get off of. Because otherwise, pull right around over here, position myself so that when the mechanic does pull up, he's not going to be riding around wasting time looking for me, because I know he's got to get back to the shop. Because I know he's working on stuff over there. But he's going to stop that to come over here to help me out. And say he's on the way. So I'm going to pull down here where he can see me. I mean, I didn't want to disappear and not be where everybody else is at in case they would have been like, hey, what did one of the trucks at? One of the guys, you know, they missing. So this is a good spot right here for me to sit right here and wait. Because once he comes down, he's going to come this way and I'll be sitting right here waiting for him. Yeah. This is right here. This is right in plain sight of everything. This is where I need to be at. Hit the gym. It's right over there. It's literally right over there. The YMCA. I wish I could hit the gym. I used to go to the gym. I used to hit the gym not every morning, 3 times a week. But that's the YMCA right there. They just built it. You know? They just built it. And whenever they build a YMCA in a neighborhood or something where there's homes being constructed and stuff like that, that's a nice neighborhood to be living in. But you're right, hit the gym. I can't wait till I can get back in there, man. I miss it. I do. I can't do it though right now. Can't do it right now, sir. But you go ahead and you hit it for me. I ain't lifting nothing heavier than a $100 bill these days. Literally. That's about as heavy as it get around here. Well, we gonna make it though. Gonna be alright once that daggone mechanic get here. All he gotta do is just get me running so I can, I can continue, and so I can make it home safe. And that this truck ready to go tomorrow, first thing in the morning. But I wish I did have a bigger bottle of water than this, because like this ain't nothing. This is that the mechanic right there? I know he got if he's coming out here and he's driving the roadside truck, that wasn't him. Yeah, man. So look at the bikers. See? Yeah, look, man, like, where do you want to go next, sweetie? What the heck are they doing? What are they? Are you serious? Are you seeing this? What is wrong with? Bougie ain't the word. They done picked up their bikes and not letting the tires touch the water. Nope, don't let the tires get on the water, sweetie. Oh my God. Oh. If there was in like you know how people be in bike marathons and stuff, and they, bike-a-thon or something, and they go riding their bikes. This is a bougie neighborhood. This is a bougie community over here. They got a YMCA right there. They got a big soccer and all that coming in. We're working on a big soccer field, 2 of them in the back over there. I found that out today, that's going to be a soccer field. You got bougie bikers out here that don't want their tires to get wet. Did you see that? They picked it up because there's a little water on the ground. They stopped, both of them got off their bikes, picked their bikes up, walked it over the water that was on the ground, as if there's no dirt out here. Is that what? And then you got people jogging all over the place, you know. The running man, you got the running man, the bougie bikers. Wait till you see somebody. And I know these people pick their dog poop up. I know they pick their. I might have to move out here. People don't pick up no poop around where I live, man. I'm starting to get tired of it. I'm getting sick. I'm making some complaints. Yeah, hit that like button. I might start making some complaints like, yo, why don't y'all pick up this? I pick up my stuff for my dog. Like, it's crazy. It's getting out of hand, man. I like to see somebody come get they if they driving their car and they no, don't go that way, don't go that way. The ground's wet. Like, that was something to see. It don't get no bougier than that, bro. I'm trying to tell you. God bless them. God bless them. You know, they went out last night and voted in the primaries. You know they went out and voted for somebody, their candidate. Huh? Whew. Something else, I'm telling you, man. So last night in the primary, or was it the voting? How many of you guys went out and voted last night? If you voted last night, hit that like button for me. Hey, they're waving at me. You know, the people are so friendly and nice around here. They waving at me. I'm broke down, lady. You should pulled over and time to help. She might be a Jets fan because, you know, I got my hard hat in the windshield, so you see that Jets hard hat in my windshield, so. I wonder is this the mechanic that's going to help me? No. That's not the guy. It's not our mechanic. That's roadside, but that's for the big machines. He must came to help them guys out with their machine over there. Yeah, that was something to see, man. What a sight to see. It's not even like it was a lot of water on the ground. You know, I wonder what she's going to do. This lady must be lost or something. Right around her Lexus. Try to avoid the little water too. It's not even a puddle. It's not even a puddle. I mean, actually, that little bit of water is drying up. That little water is drying up. But, you know, they don't, and I get it. They didn't want that water to splash on their little bike outfits, you know, because it'll come up from the tire and get on their clothes. I get it. You know, and that's a husband and a wife. You know, he was first and she was right behind him, following his lead. He stopped, she stopped too. He picked up his bike and walked it across. What you think she did? Same thing. You know what I'm saying? They out there with their bike uniforms. You know what I'm saying? The biker outfit, biker gear. You know, they probably had their little things communicating to each other. Like, yeah, we're gonna take a left up here, okay. She's like, well, I'm leading on the way coming back. You gonna follow me? Here comes another biker. Let's see if he does it. I don't think he's gonna do it. He don't look bougie like them. Look, he don't care. There you go. Oh no, he just turned around. I ain't going over that puddle. I'm going back the other way. What? He said he saw that puddle of water. He said, I ain't going into that puddle. Bougie. He said, I'll just turn around and go back the other way. Okay. You know, I ain't mad at him. He don't want to have to wash his biker clothes and stuff. You don't wash them anyway because you're going to be all sweaty and stinking when you get back to the house. After riding that bike all around here, he's going to be all sweaty. You don't have to wash your clothes anyway. You might as well go get the water and get some dirt on it. Or, you know, a little bit of water splash on you. What you going to do with a dog chasing you? And you riding your bike and you see a little puddle of water. You don't want the water to get on you. You're going to stop, pick up the dog. The dog going to get you. I mean, you know, I ain't mad. Hey, of course, it's all fun. And look, truck just drove by over the same exact puddle. No water even splashed up from the truck or the car. But for the bikes, you can't do that. you, how dare you? And what if she would have kept going and he would have stopped and did that? He would have probably been mad at her the rest of the day. They probably wouldn't rode bikes together no more. I ain't riding with you no more. I don't know. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if I lived in this area over here somewhere, and I had the type of neighbors that did stuff like that, I'm trying to tell you, man. I ain't. Well, I mean, you know, so a lot of times we're in the truck and this is what we do anyway, just sit. But not on this job. I feel a little out of place right now. I feel a little, you know, like I don't even want my like my count for the day to be short, but it's gonna be short because of course I gotta wait for roadside. But you know, we over here, oh, you're doing at least about 20 some odd, 26, 27, like 27, 28 loads a day. One day we worked and I did like 30 something loads one day. So you constantly, there's a lot of motion, as you saw earlier in the video. It's non-stop. You know what I'm saying? And for the machine operator that's loading these guys, the machine operator, he don't get a break. He doesn't even get a break. Well, he does get a lunch break. He gets a, you know, make sure you take your lunch break, right? He took his lunch break. He gets his lunch. He takes it because, you know, just constantly, this is a big pile of dirt. You can't be playing around over there. That's why, boom, boom, like clockwork. We moving at least within every 15 minutes. You're moving like 100 tons every 15 minutes, at least between 80 and what the? Oh, he's splashing into some water. Or he got some water on his. He's trying to get water on his tires, try to clean them off. Look at my man. They're not playing. That's what I'm saying. Two of them, back to back. Boom, one, go. Boom, two, go. Whoa. We rolling, they're rolling. Look, bam, bam. And what am I doing? Just sitting here. They're like, man, I don't like, see, I'm not, everybody rolling, I need to be rolling too. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel kind of awkward. It's just this awkward feeling because, you know, You want to be pulling your weight or pulling your loads. My load count is gonna go down for the day. I'm still gonna get mine on an hourly tip, but you know, I'm I'm expected to fill this sheet up. I was halfway down the sheet. No fault of mine, but it's like I showed you out there. That could become a bigger problem. That could definitely become a bigger problem. And I don't, I'm not gonna, I know some people will be like, yeah, just keep driving. This is a new truck. I'm not trying to mess around with this thing, man. I need this bad boy to run every day. And so the boss does too. Gotta make money. This truck probably this truck done probably already paid for itself in the first. I don't know. Well, nah. I know within the first year it will. I know that for a fact. This truck gonna pay for itself in the first year. It ought to. Shoot, all the daggone loads this thing done did. If I'm doing 20 and 30 loads a day, times that by however many days out the week that we work, man, this truck paid for itself. Somebody who came on here the other day was asking me, what's the pay for the loads? How much each load costs? How much you getting paid? If I had to sit and try to figure that out, man, what would I want for a truck, you know what I'm saying, to pick up and drop off, within a certain 100-mile radius or something like that. Like, what would I be wanting? How much? That's a good question. What's a day rate? You know what I'm saying? What's a day rate for the truck? If a day rate for the truck, you need to break it down between how many loads can you do in a day. And you're going from point A to point B, then back to point A to back to B. And, got it. So you get paid sometimes you get paid by the hour, and sometimes you get paid by the ton or by the load. How many tons can you take too? Because a lot of these trucks, they carry a lot more tons than, you might think. I say, we moving like close to 100 tons every 15 minutes. That's divided between 5 trucks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, at least 20 tons each. So if they're all at 20, time is money around here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just don't really even feel right sitting idle, because I know that, this truck is here for a reason, and that's to make the company money. I'm still on the clock, but the truck is sitting idle. Like, a breakdown, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Got to get over the hump. It's Wednesday. Unfortunately, we got kind of like, maybe you want to call it stuck in a ditch. If you get stuck and you need... It's one thing when you get stuck. I'm going to tell you, when I was driving 18-wheelers, oh, man, I hated to get stuck. I did not never want to get stuck. Stuck. Like in the mud. Stuck with an 18-wheeler. Pulling a load. But I'm stuck. How am I going to get out of there? You got to call a wrecker, man. Man, that's like $700, man. Between $700 to $800, man. For the wrecker to show up. Just for him to come show up and hook up. And hopefully he only got to pull you, like out of a ditch, and don't got to tow you, umpteen miles up the road to a service station. And then you got that bill. So just to get hooked up to the wrecker is $17. Here they come again. Look. They turn that corner quick. See that water. Turn. Turn, turn, turn. Usually the roadside do, like I said, give or take 45 minutes to an hour. I gotta make sure I write down in my notes. La, the high vibration coach, what up? Winning Wednesday, yeah. Roadside assistance. So I look like Mike Epps, Mighty Myra. Mighty Myra. So I look like Mike Epps. I wish I had Mike Epps' money. Mike Epps a funny dude, though. I appreciate that. It's a compliment. I appreciate that. Mike Epps, funny dude, man. But I'm roadside right now. You would think I'm on a lunch break. I did have a lunch. Might as well say this is lunch. I'm roadside. I'll let you know, like, I backed into a boulder, and next thing you know, the airline and stuff on underneath the truck kind of busted and everything, and got banged up. So then the brakes start smoking, and I don't need that bread. I don't even know what to say to that one. But I appreciate the likes. I need that like. Yeah, but it's one thing, man. When you cause a mistake or you cause something to happen, like accidents happen out here. With trucking, accidents happen out here. And if it's something that you could prevent, try to prevent it. Look, these guys out here, they rolling. There's a whole different crew out here. That's a whole different crew. They're not working with us. Exactly. Yeah, nah, a man make money, a good man, money don't make you a good man, just because you're making money. Some people get money and then they get corrupt and then they lose all kind of morals. And money don't, I work because I have a responsibility to, take care. Nobody's going to take care of me, but I take care of, my needs, my wants, you know what I'm saying? But it's really, at this point, the things that I need out in life, I have to work to be able to supply that. I'm hands down, man, it's the water people. Water crew, cleaning up the mess. Now you doing that, the bikers ain't gonna come out. You're gonna make the bikers go away. Seen them bikers, they came pick their bikes up and walked it across the water. This ain't gonna turn into a narcissist. Douchebag. You No, don't say that. Don't speak that over your life, man. Don't speak that over your life. A narcissist douchebag. Nah, you don't want to do that, man. Some people, people say, well, it's lonely at the top. I can't judge nobody that's at the top. If they feel that way, it's probably because they ran everybody away from them. So if you get to the top, you run everybody away, you find yourself there and you know, wallowing in your riches. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got all this money. Look, you're taking the money and just throwing it on your chest like this. Oh, all the money in the world. Oh, rubbing it on your chest. Like, yeah, what's that gonna do for anybody? You know? Look at me. I'm wallowing in the money. Meanwhile, people just looking at you like, this is a douchebag. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want doors opening up for you. You know? Carpets rolled out for you. You know what I'm saying? When you step foot out your vehicle. Like, roll out the carpet for you. You know? You want your bed prepped. You know what I'm saying? Pillow fluffed up for you and stuff. That's the life I'll be living. You know? And I ain't gonna be having to really pay those people to do it. They're just gonna do it just because. You know? I think that I would be kind of like welcomed into places with that type of hospitable, you know, those type of greetings. When people say, yeah, man, my boy coming to town. Word, yeah, man. Come on, man, let's turn it up. Paint the town your favorite color. You know what I'm saying? Where you want. You know, you gotta be a likable person. Don't get money and then turn around and become somebody that, you know, don't nobody even want to deal with you. Like, man, I ain't messing with that dude, man. I'm gonna be wild, man, when I get bread. I wonder who that is. That sounds like somebody. I mean, people be saying, hey, how you doing, man? See, nice people like that, you wouldn't even wave at nobody, would you? You wouldn't even wave back if they waved at you. Somebody waving at you, probably, what are you looking at? Why are you waving at me? Start throwing the finger up. Acting like that, man. Some people can't do that. Like, just that says something about, that says something. I'd wave some Doug. Alright, so look, now I can talk junk about these people right here, but I'm not that type of person. I keep those thoughts to myself. Right? He's out having, there's nothing wrong with what this man is doing right now. I commend him for walking around with that, what is that he's with? I ain't mad at them. They're happy. They're happy. You know what I'm saying? I see them a lot. They live over on the other side, but they're getting out and they're walking together, and you know, that's what's up, man. It's 80 degrees out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something about a lot of people. Those inverts, or introverts, they call them, right? They ain't even gonna come outside and enjoy the weather, man. They not even gonna come outside and get none of this vitamin D or E or whatever from the sun. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna be lacking and they're gonna be deficient, right? And imagine if they had money. They'd be from behind the curtains with all that money, deficient, lacking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you want to smell the roses. Get outside. You know what I'm saying? Go to the park. You probably go to the park and be talking junk about people at the park. I mean, I could talk junk about them, but I would keep that to myself. Because, you know, sometimes you know how it's a inside joke. There's nothing wrong with inside jokes, because you might see something that's funny to you, but look at these people just driving all extra fast, like, damn, shorty. When I used to work at Best Buy, I saw a guy that came in with the most disgusting skin I ever saw. I see people that I don't know what they got, some kind of disease. You can tell he probably only left the house, see the sun 3 times in his life. Wow. Somebody said something, my mind got rid of him. They said something, whoever that was. They're bringing in heavy equipment, y'all. They're bringing it in. It's a lot going on out here, man. What up, Smoot? Big fan. Who's that? Discreto. What up, Discreto? Appreciate you, man. Hit the like button, man. One of my subs there. What's going on with you? Hey. You gotta show up a little more often, man. I might throw you up as a mod, man. Put you on, man. Somebody just got thrown out of here, though. Timed out for 5 seconds. Yeah. But, you know, some people are just like that, man. They ain't gonna get out here and enjoy none of this good weather. You know what? Get yourself an animal, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not good with people, get yourself an animal, man. You'd probably be cruel to the animal. I ain't giving you no energy, man. You gotta ask some more intelligent questions than that. We're not vibrating like that. That's low vibration, bro. Matter of fact, let's get on a higher level right now. Let's get on a higher level over here. I'm gonna need everybody to go hug a tree. No, real seriously. Go get in touch with nature. Because some people need that. Some people really need that. It's not really funny. I laugh, but I meant that. I meant that. Go hug a tree, man. Go roll down a hill, man. You know, not a big dig, but big hill. Like, you know what I'm saying? A small little hill. Because, you know, I mean, now you may not want to do that because you're going to get dizzy. I don't want you to get dizzy. You might roll out into the street and get hit by a car or something. Might even get ran over by somebody on a bike. Very possible. There are bikers out here. Somebody come by and wheelie over your face. Wheelie right on your face. But I'm going to need everybody to get out here and get in tune with nature, man, this year, because we you know, everybody being, you know what I'm saying, pretty much bombarded, and everybody's being, you know, everybody getting burned out with a lot of this talk, news, and whatever's going on, and people just kind of like, they don't know, they want to vent, but you know, you basically might just need a hug, bro. And if you go and give some time to the nature, to Mother Nature, you know what I'm saying? Give a little bit of, you know, go for a walk, you know, go sit down on the grass. Make sure you watch and make sure ain't nobody dogged, and you know what I'm saying. Sit down on the grass. Make sure there ain't no bees or no ant, like an ant hill or whatever. A bunch of ants. You know, put your hands on the grass. Rub your grass through your fingers and stuff, or even, you know, might even rip a little bit of that grass up. But I ain't saying rip it up and start eating it. But just get in touch and feel nature, man. Feel it. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. Nature gives back to us. Like, you breathe the air, it's because nature is giving you oxygen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta understand, like, sometimes we just gotta breathe in and breathe out and appreciate that air. Like, go hug a tree, bro. Go hug a tree. Go hug a tree. Because, you know, you breathe. We take for granted a lot of this stuff, man. We running around here trying to, you know, outdo each other and stuff. Like, come on, man. And while you doing that, you getting burned out. You know what I'm saying? You're getting burned out. We obligated to, you know what I'm saying, be providers. You know, you're a man, you know what I'm saying, you need to be a provider. And then even still with these, you know, with these ladies, man, you know, they're nurturers. And some of them, you know, they're losing touch with that. They losing touch with that, man, because, you know, they're looking at society like everything is like collapsing around these, you know, these people, man. They can't find a good man. They can't keep a job. It just seems like everything is in turmoil. You know, everybody's trying to outdo each other. You know, the only way to kind of really back up from all of that, all of those emotions, and not let that stuff consume you to where, you know, you start having nervous, you know, panic attacks and stuff, is get out here and start enjoying nature and appreciating it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying go cut down a tree, and you could do that, but you don't need to do that. You know? You know, you know, if you cut down a tree and then you burn the firewood, you might appreciate that heat. Or you might use that wood to cook. You might appreciate that wood. But you gotta appreciate nature. Because we take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? You breathe in air that you get from these trees. But you know what? That oxygen, a lot of y'all is wasting it, man. Because when it fill up your lungs and give you life, you don't go out here and reciprocate that. You want to go out here and be, you know, a pest. You want to go out here and pesterize or, you know what I'm saying? Instigate. You know, people jump on social media huffing and puffing. Typing some nonsense in. Go hug a tree, man. Go run your fingers through some grass. Go by a river where the water's coming and just listen to nature. Listen to the sound of the water. And appreciate it. Because that creates energy too. That flow, stream of water. Once it get down and, you know what I'm saying, you can use that for kinetic energy. You know, or write down some stuff, man. Start writing down, you know, what you see out here. Oh, I saw a certain kind of a bird. Looked like it was green and yellow. People watch birds, man. Go get you binoculars and go with these bird sightings of certain types of birds that you probably never seen before. But if you go watch them and see how they act, you might appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And you might want to try to preserve their life. But, you know, if you want to be like, I said something about Soul Train. Dude call me Don Cornelius. I've been called Don Cornelius, Snoop Dogg, Mike Epps. Who else today? Somebody had another name he was calling me, man. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Share the video. Share the video with somebody you know that need to go hug a tree. You might share it to yourself. I need to hug a tree. I would share this video with at least 3 people if I were you. I would share this. Oh, another thing. I got later on this evening, later on this evening, I need you guys to tune in. I'm gonna go live I'm gonna have somebody, because you know there's a lot going on in Mexico right now. My boy is down there in Mexico. You guys have seen him. He's been on my show before. So he's over in, I don't know if he's in Mexico City or he's in Cozumel or where he's at. I know he's in Mexico right now. And he said, we're going to go live this evening because I told him, I said, you got to be safe out there, bro. You got to be safe out there. I think Boss Man getting ready to come over to me. Yep, he's going to say something like, I'm waiting for the mechanic. You know what I mean? So we're going to go live. And hopefully there's no civil unrest. I know that the Mexican government and the United States military have joined forces to combat the cartel over there. And so that's what we got going on. Hold on, it's the boss. I'm waiting for the roadside guy to come. My brake chamber, I guess I was backed into a rock over there, and it messed up the brake cam, so it was smoking and everything. The brake seized, so they're trying to get it fixed. He said it should be there in like 45 minutes. All right? Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the boss. The boss wants to know what's going on. Because communication is the key, you know. I didn't do it intentionally or nothing like that, you know. It was an accident that happened. It's Wednesday, man. You know, things happen. All right, we're gonna make it over the hump, though. But you guys make sure you come back this evening and join me. I think we're gonna go live. I'm gonna give them 7 p.m. as a time. I'm gonna set it up. It should still be daylight over there. Probably just getting nighttime. Depends on where he's at in Mexico. Well, no, it should still be daytime because I'm pretty much more on the East Coast. I'm pretty much more to the east, so I'll probably be losing daylight. He'll still have some daylight because the further west you go, I don't know where he is in Mexico. He should still have daylight. And I'm thinking there's probably not anything, but they said a lot of Americans are being, and a lot of the U.S. embassies throughout the whole country are experiencing some kind of alerts. You know, they're on high alert or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And so, where he is in Mexico, I know there's an embassy there somewhere. I'm just hoping that there's no drama. You know what I'm saying? He did hit me up and said that he landed, and that they had a safe flight, right? So the airports are open. So and I forget where he said he was going, Mexico City or Cozumel or somewhere. No, he didn't say he was going to Cozumel. Where did he say he was going? Can't remember right now. But I when he said that, I said, bro, right now, I don't think they're going over there for a wedding. I said, this ain't the time to be out there, man. I mean, we don't live in fear. We don't operate on fear. But just use caution. He said he ain't leaving the resort. He did tell me that. He said, I'm not leaving the resort. So, as long as they, do that, there's a high likelihood that everything is going to be all right. But of course, You know, all you guys, anybody that's on this channel, if you're traveling internationally out the country, you know, from the US, and you're going internationally anywhere. Oh, there's the operator. Where's he going? He must be leaving early. That's him. He's running the excavator or the bulldozer. It's almost 3 o'clock, man. Come on, man. Where's this guy at? He'll be here. Just sit tight, James. Don't worry. Sit tight, Swizzy. He'll be here. Just be patient. I just want to get a couple more loads in before the end of the day. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm playing catch up over here. But if you're leaving out of the U.S., going over to any foreign land, you know, you guys just be careful, man. You know, I was happy to hear that. You know, my brother, you know, his flight landed safely, you know, and that's all we want. We want him to get there safe and come on back safe. That's it. But we're going to go live because I got a bunch of questions asked. And he's also active in the, he's a part of the community for the generational wealth community. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about my man going over that set. I'm telling to myself now, you know, I don't want to think or speak anything, nothing, you know what I'm saying, that's contrary to, you know, a good, healthy, long life and prosperity. I don't want to speak nothing from my life because, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to cast that out there and put that in the atmosphere, you know. I have nothing to do with none of that. I don't know what you're talking about. My, what do you mean? What do you mean? Or what do you mean? Right? You directing something to me that something is mine? What's mine? I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. What do you mean by that? Please, elaborate. Shut that right down. So like I said, I don't want to, you know, I'm not speaking nothing into, you know, an atmosphere, anything that's not, has to do with prosperity and longevity for the brother, his family, and, you know, he's traveling with, or whatever. You know, they're over there with some unrest going on right now, you know what I'm saying? So we're sending blessings upon blessings upon blessings, you know, and that's it. Like I said, I was glad to hear that he got there, that they had a successful trip. Now the return, you know, going and coming needs to be a success. You know what I'm saying? While he's there too, we need the, you know what I'm saying, the time that he's there to be a pleasant one. You know what I'm saying? While all of whatever is going on out there in that country, that, you know, none of that comes, you know, nowhere close to where they're at. And he's going to be saying that the daggone staying at the resort, where I know it's going to be laced out pretty nice, because, you know, he don't travel, you know, third class or nothing like that. He does travel pretty VIP, you know. So that's the only one of my homies that I know that do private jets. It's just one of my homies. Or the strength. They do private jets. I don't know when the last time he done it, but I know that, you know, that's in the cards for this kid. This guy, my brother. So I know he's somewhere right now, safe, chilling, relaxing, flexing, probably got his chest out, jewelry on. I know how he get down. Suitcase full of stuff. He ain't popped the tag off of him. He ready to go at a moment's notice. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Look, I don't know what you was thinking. Look, well, I got coffee, so I can't complain. This thing will keep your coffee warm for about 8 hours. About 8 hours. And if you had a cold drink, it'll keep your cold drink cold for about 8 hours. That I know of. This woman, look at her just flying. Oh, man, I should have filmed her, bro. You need to literally slow down. This is a... But, this is not my area. My living area. I don't live out here. Somebody like her, riding through here the way she do, they're gonna mess around and start posting. The police gonna mess around and start posting up to catch people like that. I seen a state trooper down there earlier. Yep. She gonna get you. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You coming through here like that, man. Come on, man. Come on. What you think that, you don't need to slow it down? Let me stop. Let me stop. So you guys enjoy your weather. I don't know where you are. Some people are experiencing some really nice. They said that the forecast, we're going to see some good weather coming through, and they were right for a change. They was right. I see the trees are starting to bud. That's a good thing. That's a sign that spring is in the air. So now it's time to do some spring cleaning. Right? Now, here's a question. The introvert, or the people that just kind of stay in and don't come out. And I hope you're in there doing some spring cleaning. Right? I hope you're, and this is a very good time. Look, they're flying, bro. Look, they're flying through there, man. They don't even care. Look. This ain't no highway. This is an intersection. Look at this. They're flying up that road right there. And they don't knock down the cones that were there. I don't know if that's this road probably has been, well, not probably. I know they did this road so that it goes all the way through up there. Right? But the way these people come down and just rip through here, the way they just come down and they rip through here, is like those cones aren't there. Like those cones are not there. Like they really come down here as if the cones are not even there, man. And they keep going straight up that way. They don't already knock cones down or whatever, so they obviously know that back there, there's, they probably can get to whatever road. Rocky, what's up, Rocky? Oh my God. He said, oh my God. Look, there's another one flying, Rocky. Look, check him out. Flying. Come flying down. Look, it come flying down. You see where he come from, right? Up that road right there where all them cones is at. They done knock the cones down and everything. These people don't care, bro. They don't even care, bro. Rocky said there's more where that came from. I know that's right. You're right. I need to turn this daggone AC off. And I'm going to shut this truck off. Let me shut the truck off, man. Just shut the truck off, man. Just shut it off, man. Just shut the damn thing. Shut it off, man. Shut it down. Shut it down. Mechanic gang here. Man, I'm tired of hearing it run, too. I want some peace and quiet for a change so I can hear myself think and talk. But, spring cleaning. That's a nice truck. See, I might give me one of them bad boys right there. I'm due for one. That's a GMC. It's a big, nice one too. 25. 4x. Ooh, that's nice. Nice. If you want to see me get a new truck, Rocky, hit that like button. Rocky, hit the like button if you want to see me. He's like, no, you can't get a new truck. Stay in your old one. The transmission went. It's paid for. I might just keep it. Hit the like, Rocky. I might hit the like. Rocky said he want me to get a new truck. Do you know how much them things cost? My tranny went, man. My transmission went, bro. Transmission crapped out on me. Either it's the transmission or it's the rear end. I know the rear end was going. Maybe that's what it. Yeah, but you know what? I had that. It's a nice Chevy, man. Nice Silverado, right? It's. I mean, a few grand, I can have a brand new whatever I need, and then I'll be back up and running, man. You talking about a new vehicle? You talking, unless I'm going to drop the bag on them, you're talking a commitment, man, for a few years. Part of the reason why I'm not all gray and none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying gray hair come from car payments. It comes from stress. Is that material? No, that's not him. It comes from stress. And, I ain't trying to stress whether or not I'm going to be able to make these huge payments each month. And then insurance. Because them things cost. And I typically like to hold on to my money. I don't like giving nobody none of my money, man. I'm not that guy, man. Some people, it's nothing. I'll just pay, they direct deposit, take it out. I want to see my money in my damn. I want to see when I get a deposit in my account. I go to look for it. It better be there. Like, no, they ain't coming just and pulling that one out the back. Nah, man. I know it's all good. You want, you got to pay like you weigh sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just unfortunately don't want to do it. I'm fine with the vehicle. I paid a lot of money for that truck, man. I paid it off. And after I got it all out the way, man, look, it runs good. I got to just put a new motor in it. I put a new motor in it. Well, it wasn't brand new, but, I had 300 and something thousand miles on that motor. I went and found a motor that had 70,000 miles. It was like just about 70, 71, 72,000 miles. It costed me, I think it was $5,200, something like that. I bought that motor and I had to put it into my truck. So, and when I did that, I said, you could have just put this on a down payment and just went and got yourself like a 2020, was it 2025 at the time? Yeah, because I put it in there last year. And I could put $5,000 down on the truck and kept my payments, the truck notes, under maybe $300 a month or something. But I was going to go for the $3,500 because I have a $2,500. So I was like, I went from a $1,500 to a $2,500. Me, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to a $3,500. And that was what my appetite was, and still is. So slow down. Look, there's people. See that lady don't care, and these people out here walking. I know. Look, he just made him and his wife just made a comment. They're walking. See these people driving by like that. Like, what the freak? It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me, because I seen the other guy. These are new homes, and the other guy, he on his license plate, he has a He has a star on his license plate. I already know because I used to get they used to I every year I get a phone call from state troopers or whatever. Um, I don't even know how they got my number, but I'm pretty sure they could probably easily find out my number or anybody's number. But they would ask for donations every year um, from my business, and they would give you these stars that you could put on your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? You put it on your vehicle. It was silver, gold, or bronze, and that would depend on how much money you donated to the state troopers. And I used to do it. Anyway, I used to do it. I used to donate to them for my business. It was a write off, but I wanted to get those stars so I could put it on my vehicle. So, and I could put it on my personal vehicle or on, put it on the license plate or put it on one of the trucks. That don't mean that they're gonna just let you go if you ever you get pulled over or see, oh, you got a star, you donated, huh? Yeah, okay, yeah, keep go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, well, I'm broke down, Rocky. That's how my day's going. So I'm sitting here. See, one of our guys rolling. They're still rolling. You know, it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Big motion over here, baby. You know what it is, Rocky. Come on, man. I gotta tell you. You already know, Rocky. Tighten up. So it doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I saw a guy over there that had a star on his plate. I believe he's an officer. I believe that this guy, he could be law enforcement. It doesn't surprise me that I wouldn't even I would not be surprised if you have people that are either going to become a part of this community or neighborhood that they're building. They got a YMCA right there. They got biker courses. They got what is that over there? Pickleball courts. They're building all kinds of stuff. You got everything. Volley, soccer courts. This community over here. This is where you probably are going to find men and women of law enforcement living. The way these women driving around out here, they better be married to a daggone police officer. But he probably, I'm telling you, babe, you better slow it down. She's just driving around out here to spite him. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. However, they're going to in a minute, or they're going to wind up putting speed bumps out here. Because, with people walking and jogging and biking and all of this other stuff, you should have just seen how fast that car came by, and there's that man and that woman walking with, just walking. And they said something to each other and kind of chuckled and laughed and stuff. I wonder what they said. I wonder what he said. It's a matter of time. Yeah, we got to keep our eye out for that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be a police chief or something. You never know. You never know. This is the type of community that these people will be, members of. But that woman that came driving down here like that, yeah, they're going to get at her eventually. She'll learn. She's going to learn. Unfortunately. Because if she don't know, she's going to find out. She's going to find out. Yeah, you're going to find out who your neighbors are. They're going to let it be known, that car right there. I'm pretty sure. Which rightfully, they should. Point her out. Put her on blast. They get down there at the community center or whatever. Make sure y'all go over there and protest. They said protest. Nah, you can't have these type of communities and people just drive around. But they do it. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's in a rush. I want to hurry and get back to work. but there's not really that urgency. You know what I'm saying? Where I would do something like just keep working with this condition that the vehicle is in. Some people just don't think, like, she might have somewhere to go, but there really don't need to be that type of an urgency that you can't yield or slow down to any pedestrians that you see walking and crossing the street. Like, I don't even get that. So, anyway, can anybody tell me, oh, what's going on? What's up with Kai? Anybody know what's going on with Kai? They keep saying they done clone Kai, man. The kid, the dude, man, Kai, man. What's going on with Kai, man? And I'm not even really into these guys like that. And somebody come up to me and say, "Hey, you know," and I'm like, "Who is that? I don't even know this dude." Until I'm like, "Oh, that's who you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Look, another one flying. They don't. Well, if they don't see nobody out here and they just keep moving like that, you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to fault them for driving, you know, down a street that it says 45 miles an hour. There's a speed limit. So apparently, they are either. And I'm gonna look around and see if I see any power thingies. They're either going to set up traffic lights here, which I don't believe they are, but it's very possible this intersection may have a traffic light because they have crosswalks. But traffic lights aren't up yet, if they are going to do it, in fact. And I ain't the guy to ask the question if they're going to do that. But this can become a very busy intersection, and eventually they probably will mess around and be like, nah, we got to do something. People just coming through here too fast, and, you know, there's another one. But ain't nobody out. My thing is, but they don't see them cones over there. They still just coming through like that. They don't see all this stuff. Look, a lot of stuff just knocked down like they don't care. Is that the roadside? Bro, is you roadside, bro? That... Nah, that can't be roadside, man. That do look like roadside, man. That did look like roadside. I'm sitting right here. I bet you that is him. He went over there to that truck. I think that's the dumb dude right there. I think that's the roadside guy over there, man.
Alright, I see him.
Yeah, let him know I'm back here. Well, there's another truck broke down. That could be, see, that's not our guy though. That's not our guy. I don't even know who that is, but they may have sent somebody out here rather than sending our guy, because our guy could be pretty, might have his hands full. I know he's working on some stuff.
No, that's Sanford.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get back to work, man. I'm trying to sit here all day. I ain't got no choice. And see, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Truck drivers, you guys want to become truck drivers. Get out there on one of them interstates somewhere and mess around and run out of fuel. blow a tire or something. Now, I know most guys usually when they get them tire, they blow out. They just try to keep driving and just tear the rim all up. Like, you're costing yourself more money. But, you know, a lot of times they don't care. Or they're just like, you know, oh, no, I can't miss this load. You know what I'm saying? Try to get to all the way to the shipper, drop the load off, pull up in there, tire and rim are chewed up. Tire gone. Tire done came off the rim. Now they riding on the rim. Done destroyed the rim. Figure, I'll get another one. I wouldn't advise you to do that. So, you want to have, you know, just about all those things that you would, you know, you would need. You know, I mean, using the bathroom, a different story. Like when you out there like that, you know, if you got tissue, you might have to go out into the woods. Or, you know what I'm saying? But having a little something to chew on and stuff like that, and make sure that for the time being, while you sitting there waiting, because you may be waiting for, look at this fool. Slow down, moron. Some of these guys, bro, I swear, I don't know what's up with these people, man. It ain't just the, and I ain't gonna say it's these women all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just some of these guys that's working out here too. They pulling up like they done lost their daggone mind. Should have just seen him trying to, you know, when you see a bunch of this type of traffic and stuff like that ahead of you and stuff coming through this intersection, you know, that and that, and then another car, another truck, they come flying down the road like they can, look, they can't slow it down. They don't yield. And they'll do the same thing if you're walking. But you have all this motion going on in this intersection. You know, the truck turned around and you see the tire marks. The truck came down there, turned around and went back the other way. Car flying down here like it ain't gonna stop. Some people, I don't even think they got licenses, bro. They just know how to press the gas and the brake. You know, they don't even be using their turn signals no more out here. A lot of people. You know. Just foolishness. You know? Very, very amateur. And it's everybody. It seems like it's everybody these days, man. Men, women, the young folks, the old folks, they all drive like, you know, they really, you know, they're on their phone and in their hand. In their hand. Look what I got. This is what I got. I'm going to show you what I got. Okay? This just has a magnet, which I could just stick my phone up there. My other phone. Has a magnet on the back of it. Stick my phone up there. There's literally no reason to be riding around with your phone in your hand, bro. Unless you're just too cheap to go out and buy something that's going to allow you to be a little more safer and less distracted while you driving. Because all this driving and doing this, that right there, man, that I'm 100% against that. You know, and I tell my kids that too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell my daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think what I need to just do is go ahead and invest the money for them and get them the type of stuff like what I got right here. Go ahead, sweetie, and put that there every time you get in the car, bro. Stop looking down, you know what I'm saying, at your phone, because you trying to follow your GPS to get you from one place to the other. You're driving like this. Like, I used to do that back in the days, like before I started buying these, you know, things that with the magnets on them and stuff. I used to do that back in the day. But do you know how many times I done, you know what I'm saying, almost wrecked? Or how many times I've, you know, like smacked something? Like, really, you gotta pay attention, yo. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that, man. You know? I thought we were more responsible than that. I think that's him. Yeah, there you go. Yup, here come a mechanic now. That's him. Is that him? Nah, that ain't him. Is that? That look like his truck. Nope. That's not him. Damn. You got a truck like that. Everybody got a truck like that. It's not him. Everybody's got a truck like that, bro. This sucks. And see, that's what happens after a while. You start getting impatient. I remember driving over the road. I would get impatient like that at the shipper when they were unloading the truck. I would be in there. If I didn't have a television, a PlayStation, a cell phone, a laptop, if I didn't have all these different things, man, you know, to kind of help me to not just like get so bored out of my mind, like boredom starts to kick in. And on top of it, if you don't have nothing to eat, yeah, you're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak out. Like, you might be ready to quit the job. Like, man, I'm leaving. You're going there and be done told those people off that's supposed to be unloading you. Ooh, they got the YMCA guests. Let me see if I can use their Wi-Fi. Let me find out. Unable to join the network. Yeah, because I don't live in this community. I'm not from around here. Oh, well. Rightfully so. But boredom kicks in. You know, and along with, you know, frustration from, I gotta use the bathroom. I ain't got nothing to eat. You know, I'm just sitting here for 10 hours or 4 or 5 hours. You might as well just go to sleep. I don't got a sleeper where I can go lay down in the back right now. I'm not in that type of truck. But if I was, first thing I would do, when I got here and I know I had to wait for roadside, I'd go right in the back and probably go to sleep. You know? Because it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute before they get here. You know? Rather than sit up, keep watching and looking and waiting. You know what I'm saying? Getting more and more and more impatient. She flying too. She crazy too. Look at her. Pretty soon these guys are going to be getting signed out to go home. I'm going to still be here waiting. Man, I hope not. Well, oh my goodness. Why? Things happen though, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, bro. That's how you gotta look at it with trucking. Anything, it's like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. You could be in the middle of nowhere, just chugging along. Next thing you know, kaput. Kaput. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you could do about it, bro. That's the thing about this trucking, man. Trucking, you either gotta love it or hate it, bro. Because if that happens to you, man, you gotta understand, you know, like that's not it's out of your control, man. This is a mechanical issue, and hopefully the mechanic ain't far away. And hopefully you don't got to get towed. Hopefully, you know, if you do have to get towed, it's not far. You know, all those things. I mean, I've been in all them situations before, man. You know. I just didn't expect this to happen to me today. Of course, nobody expects it. But it's hump day. Guess what? We'll make it over that. We're going to get past that. You know? We'll get through this. All right. Big dog. Oh, so he slowed down, this guy. Courteous driver. He must have a real ID, a real license. The rest of them, I don't know what they got. They run around here like they just literally don't see these other vehicles. Look at her. She's in such a rush to turn around. Such a rush. Jeez, look. Don't worry, ma'am. You're going to tear that car. You ain't going to have it long. Not at all. You're going to tear it up. Driving like that, it's a matter of time. Literally. Don't worry, ma'am. You're going to tear it up. I don't know what you're rushing. Where's she going? She literally was just getting ready to oh, my God. This intersection needs cameras. This intersection needs cameras. Oh, yeah. Get some cameras here. We're going to find out whose fault it is. Because there's going to be a lot that's going to happen in this intersection. I could tell. They need cameras here. I'm surprised. But that's why I said I don't know if they're going to put traffic light up here at some point. I believe they will. They're going to need to, man. This stop sign probably just is temporary, believe me. Because, yeah, they got one over there and they got one over here, but they have nothing going this way. And that's where the heavier traffic is. 4 lanes, 2 on this side, man. I seen places where they have less lanes at a 4-way intersection like this with less lanes for traffic, and they got lights because people come flying through there. There was a place where I used to live at. And it's like every year, every 2 years, somebody will go, there's a church on that corner. A car will go flying right into it. On Sunday, a lot of times, while the people was in church, boom, car go, somebody run the intersection or whatever and try to make the turn or whatever, run right into the church. That church that had been reconstructed so many times, man, that I've seen it, you know. There's a couple times people got out the car, jumped out and ran. The preacher and them come out, try to chase the people. You know? But, well, what kind of neighborhood was it? Well, what kind of neighborhood is this? This big money over here. They drive like they crazy over here. Uh-oh, I think this is the mechanic pulling up behind me. Yes, sir, it is. Let's go outside and greet the mechanic. Yeah. My man, he's here. That's like one of the best feelings in the world when Roadside shows up. That's one of the best feelings in the world. Roadside is here.
Yeah, put your flashes on. Caution light, that truck sitting behind you.
So that's not Roadside? Are you serious? He's not the Roadside dude? I thought it was Roadside. Obviously not. He just pulled behind me. I just had a fun.
Shit, I don't know, must be.
Oh, okay. I just had a false feeling of relief. There was a false feeling of relief. I was like, yes, Roadside is the best feeling you can get. Roadside shows up. We about to get it moving. Let me go back here and see if this is the man. Is he Roadside? That ain't Roadside. That ain't even Roadside. That's some hillbilly. Look at it. And took off. I should have known that wasn't him anyway. Oh, I can't sit here with those on. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. I know that truck. Look at that, man. Hey, yeah. My man. Yeah. What? Now, I'm happy. Because I know he about to get me right. He about to get me right. Yep. That's why I parked here. Because I know when he come down that road, I'm going to see him. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, this other guy pulled up behind me. He wouldn't have come that way. He's going to get off the highway and come down that road. Yeah, so I was right here where I could see him. He saw me. He getting ready to go up there, turn around. And he's about to fix this whole thing, man. So, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Finally getting ready to get, he's going to straighten me out so I can at least get back, so we ain't got no more issues. Ain't going to take him long. Watch. It's 3:36 now. He probably had me back up and running in about 25 minutes. If that. Let's go ahead. All right. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you loosen it up.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll free it up. Then I take it back to the shop.
Yeah.
Okay. I could have did that. I could have did that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I know I could. I mean, I know, but I didn't want to do anything because, that's the way to do that. So once you get it back to the shop, then they can fix it. Yep. So what he's doing is he's releasing the brakes. He's releasing the brake, and so that will release that brake over on that side, up under there, right? So, which is cool because it won't seize up, it won't be, it won't it won't cause a fire. It won't, a tire fire, the brakes won't burn or melt and heat up and stuff. And it loosens it in that cam, and that inside that brake cam, that spring, he's releasing the brake manually. So I've actually had to do that before myself. And we have new ones at the shop, right? We got brand new ones.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. That's gonna be it for me. I won't be able to off for the rest of the day. Crap. These guys are gonna be still here. I get off a little early. Get off a little early. See, let me see. No worries. Yes, I know I gotta get mud flaps. I actually have 2 of them. It's a nice enough day. Maybe I'll hang around the shop and go ahead and put some mud flaps on the truck when we get back. Stuff like that I could do so he doesn't have to do it. I mean, I was supposed to been put my mud flaps on. It was too cold over the winter. Everybody, they rolling. They've been rolling all day, man. They probably got about 30 loads already, man. 30 loads. I gotta count and see how many I did before this happened. I ran till at least 1 o'clock, so from like this morning till 1, I know I probably did half of a, let me see. Let me see how many I got. I'm gonna count them up anyway. I ain't got a full sheet. Looks like I got about 13. So I would have had at least about 26 right now. I don't know how many I got, but man. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 13. Yep, 13. That was all I was able to do. Dang. Another roadside assistance truck. I knew something was not right when I hit that daggone, when I came out of there. When I hit that rock, I knew it. Because I couldn't go back anymore. You can see little scrapes on there, right there, that little thingy there. That's because that rock was underneath the truck. Well, one thing for sure, it's a beautiful, lovely day. I'm pretty sure they're gonna work probably, man. I don't know what time they're cutting off, but shoot, they could pull some more hours. And we getting ready to start working. They already got nights going on, so talk about working a lot of hours. I can't wait. I'm just glad the weather's, you know. And see, I gotta let them know about this too. I gotta let them know about this while the mechanic's here. But this is, I mean, he's not. I can't. We're riding over so much dirt that the freaking plates keep getting pushed by the dirt. See the dirt, and it pushes it back under there because you know that dirt's soft and it's pretty deep too. A lot of times it's the dirt is, and I don't want, you know, I'm gonna have that. But you gotta have these plates mounted on the vehicle properly. And I know some other guys got theirs. They must have drilled holes in the bumper. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm trying to see and tell them like, yo, take my plate because it's ripping. See, it's ripping. So it's gonna need to get done in here because that dirt sometimes is so deep. It's like we're in the mud of the tires. And I don't want to be, you know, without a plate, you know. So I need to get this thing washed. But what's the point, right? I'm gonna be working over here in the mud for the next couple of months, literally. But I don't know if this project is gonna be done anytime soon. This thing is going. This thing is. This the Energizer Bunny. That's what this job is. This keep going. It's the Energizer Bunny. And you need this truck to keep going too. That's why, see the roadside, got the mechanic out here. Straighten me out, buddy. He's working on it. He's working on it. He's working on it. I could have did that, but I didn't, you know. I don't know. There's more to it than just that. See, I think he got yeah, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. This is crazy. But I gotta be more cautious too, man. I gotta be a little bit more cautious too, man. I gotta be a little more cautious when I'm backing up to those piles of dirt, when we go to dump. And you never know, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really be careful, because even the dirt gets hard. Look, oh, that's not hard. Well, you would chop. Chopping away. It's good?
Yeah, chop.
Okay.
Yeah,
bring
we
it to the
play
shop.
tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So, That works, man. Mucho gracias, señor.
No problem.
Have a safe trip. All right.
Okay.
Travel safe. All right. See you later. I'm going to the shop now.
Okay.
All right. I gotta get signed out first. Shoot. Dang. I gotta get signed out now. Where the boss at? Where the boss at? Boss gonna have to sign me out. Shoot. Well, it's 4 o'clock. I need to get signed out. Where's he at? Where is the boss? I'm about to find out from this guy. Hey, the boss down there to sign me out? Oh, Jimmy radio don't work. His radio don't work. Oh. Hey, Neil. Neil. I got a copy.
Yeah, sir.
I gotta get signed out. Where's boss at down there?
He down there on the side. Come here, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna go down there.
What you got? You want me to right there? You want to ride me?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna ride with him. I'll ride with him and take it down and get it signed out. And he'll bring me back up and I get in my truck and go home. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ride with you down there. I'll charge my phone up.
Okay. You need the plugs?
What is it?
Yeah, I got one right here.
You got one? Oh, mine got the thing in it.
Sure.
You got the like that's another charger of mine.
shit. Oh,
Charging port. And this is only like this truck is 1 year newer, right?
Oh,
Older, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll just have him sign me out. You got a pen?
yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah. And so, yeah, just word of caution when you backing up to your piles.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta just be careful.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's,
Today's the 3rd, right?
it's
Fourth.
Fourth.
4th, okay.
Yeah, fourth.
Yep. Chatham.
I'm pushing time there.
Oh no. Chatham, what's this? 6.3?
Yeah, 6.3 Chatham.
6.3.
Yeah.
Alright.
That number, you got the number up there? The job number?
Nah, what's the job number?
It's 128
128.
78-1.
Okay. That's it.
I ain't got that.
He ain't signed me in this morning. Nobody signed me
He
in.
ain't signed nobody.
No?
He always do that at the end. Sign you in and out.
Well, I'm gonna let him put down whatever time he gonna put down there.
Yeah.
I got my time in for my first load though.
Okay.
We supposed to be here at 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm putting 7:30. That's what time I was here. I'm gonna put it in. Just let him sign his name next to it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was here 7 o'clock.
You left early, huh? You got here at 7? You look tired. You look tired. I know you tired.
Yeah, I'm ready to get it.
I know that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we got one more hour.
Not me.
We'll be out of here.
That's
You
not
gotta
me.
get out of here. By the time you get out of here, you go to the shop. He gonna follow you to the shop.
He probably will. I didn't tell him I got to get signed out. I just left the truck over there. But he probably is gonna follow me to the shop. And what he did, I could have did. You know how you screw the thing in and adjust it, release the cam.
Yeah.
That the thing. I don't got no tools, but there's a thing in there that comes on. It's on every one of them. I just didn't. I'm not gonna touch anything. You know what I'm saying? These are brand new trucks.
You mess up or something, that's not enough to blame you.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
James did this.
Oh no. Hey, that's not gonna happen because I'm not gonna touch nothing. I'll wait for the mechanic. I did what I had to do. I called it in. Oh, look, boss. Oh, he on that machine.
Yeah.
What he doing over there? Where everybody?
I know it. Can't be riding.
Can't be right. I ain't no stranger. He did that to me the other day at McDonald's too. Say I don't know this guy. He get me all the time. We was in McDonald's. He said, "You know him?" I don't know. I said, "Yeah, we on the same job."
Yeah.
I just tell him, they're like, "Look, he riding with him. He trying to get more hours."
Yeah. Exactly.
You got me riding with him. So just ride with him, man. You get your hours that way. Oh man.